Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT. Your home for the County of Champions.
Has a throw to first, and that's your ball game. Union has won its first ever WPIAL championship.
There it is. Champions, the Static Lancers.
Strike three. The Union Scotties, golden once again.
One gold not enough. How about 2 district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers?
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner. It's boys for 3. Shot! Take time.
Wants to throw again. Directing traffic. Going for the quarterback in the end zone. Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Stadium. It's high school football on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, it's Char Valley taking on Newcastle. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, keeping you in the game. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. The Red Zone. Score big at the Red Zone. Our Cunningham Funeral Home. Let our family help you help your family. Madur Boner Law Farm, community firm dedicated to protecting your possessions. Pontius Insurance, love the life you live, worry-free. The Crane Room, family-owned restaurant, brewery, and banquet center. Penn, Ohio Bottled Water, home and business bottled water delivery. Joseph's Marketplace Place, Newcastle's family-owned restaurant. The Doran Concrete, residential and commercial concrete contractors. Michael Kurtwood Jr. and Castle Realty, people you know, people you trust. DNR Lawn Care, the Work in Progress Paint Service. Hatch Early Learning and Lawrence County Child and Youth Services, the Tri-County Principals. And by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Continenza, along with, I was going to say Lee Moan, but it's Jay Moan. That's that old habit there. And Spencer Work, actually, are going to be our starter here tonight as we get ready for tonight's game between the Red Hurricane and Char Valley. Jay, we got a nice view here.
I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful field. It's the first time I've ever been here.
Yeah, you and I both making our maiden voyage here. And they got the fireworks going off in the background as it is.
Please welcome to the field select members of the 7th and 8th grade band to join our Freedom Air Big Red Marching Band this evening.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, if everyone could please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. And please remain
of New Swigley. She's a high honor roll student who was selected for the National Honor Society, recipient of the Science Department Award, and has been Student of the Month. Brandy served as a junior class treasurer and is now senior class secretary. She is president of the Physics Club, vice president of the Spanish Club, and a member of the Photography Club, Math League, and Big Brothers and Sisters. She's a DECA State qualifier and district medalist. Brandy hopes to attend Penn State University to major in biochemistry and microbiology, to eventually go on to infectious disease. Brandy's escort for this evening is
Carter Allvater. Carter is the son of Andrew Allvater and Autumn Stubb of Freedom. He is president of the Naturalist Club, student director of the Drama Club, and is a member of the Computer Science Club, Pittsburgh Audubon Society, and Photography Club, where he previously served as vice president. Carter's future plans are to attend a 4-year university for economics. Brandy Bonzo and Carter Allvater.
Megan Evans. Megan is the daughter of Brandon and Kristen Evans of New Swigley. She is managing editor of the Shawnee Yearbook, FHS president, Shawnee copy editor, and treasurer of the Spanish Club. Megan is a 4-year letter winner in varsity soccer, a 3-year letter winner in track and field, and a member of the state finalists girls basketball team. She was PA School Press Association editorial cartoon champion, PA Press Club first place, sports photography, and second place cartoon, as well as Keystone Media, second place in graphic illustration. Megan is a high honor roll student and a member of the National Honor Society in Quill and Scroll. She is also a member of the Ski Club, Physics Club, and the Photography Club. Megan plans to attend a 4-year college for graphic design. Megan is being escorted by
Nate DiNardo. Nate is the son of Mark and Kelly DiNardo of New Swigley. During high school, Nate has been on the football team, serving as captain this year, and on the varsity basketball team, lettering in both sports. He is an honor roll student. Nate plans to become a lineman for Penn Power in the future. Megan Evans and Nate DiNardo.
Grace Lane. Grace is the daughter of Laura Angeline of Conway. She serves as vice president of Freedom Fortune 500, captain of the varsity cheer squad, and team manager for varsity wrestling. Grace is a 4-year letter winner in cheer and a 1-year letter winner in wrestling. She is a member of the ski club and attends community college at Beaver County Criminal Justice Academy. After graduation, Grace plans to complete an associate degree at Community College at Beaver County and then transfer to Slippery Rock to obtain a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Escorting Grace is
Colin Fricky. Colin is the son of Vincent Fricky of Freedom and Betsy Fricky of New Swigley. He is a high honor roll student who was selected for the National Honor Society. Colin is president of the Photography Club, president of the Ski Club, and a member of the Physics Club, Math Club, Computer Science Club, Spanish Club, and Naturalist Club. He is a 2-year letter winner in both soccer and track and currently serves as captain of the soccer team. Following high school, Colin will attend the University of Pittsburgh to pursue a nursing career. Grace Lane and Colin Fricky.
Julia Moorbacher. Julia is the daughter of John and Christy Moorbacher of New Swigley. She is a 4-year letter winner in soccer, basketball, and track, and serves as captain of both the soccer and basketball teams. Julia has earned honors as All-Section and All-WPIAL for soccer 3 years in a row, 3-year All-Section, and All-Area for basketball, WPIAL, and PIAA finalist in basketball. 2-year WPIAL qualifier in track, and was selected for Beaver County CTC Future Business Leaders of America. She is also a member of the Ski Club, Sozo, Photography Club, and Art Club. She is a high honor roll student and was selected for the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society. Julia's plans are to attend a 4-year college to continue her sports career and study graphic design. Julia is being escorted by
Damian Grenigal. Damian is the son of Brian and Monica Grenigal of New Swigley. He is a 2-year captain of the varsity football team, earning a letter for 4 years. Damian was selected as 2021 Top 22 MAC Conference linebacker. He's a high honor roll student and president of the Livestock Club. Damien's future plans are undecided at this time. Julia Moorbacher and Damien Grenicle.
Erica Rosa. Erica is the daughter of John and Tamara Rosa of Conway. She's a 4-year member of the varsity cheerleading squad and currently serves as captain. Erica is a high honor roll student and was chosen for the National Honor Society. She was a junior class officer, state qualifier for DECA, and serves as a member of the Spanish Club, Freedom Fortune 500, the Prom Committee, and is a feature editor of the Bulldog Beat. Erica plans to pursue a career in fashion at Kent State University. This evening, Erica is escorted by
Trent McCray. Trent is the son of Chad and Angie McCray of Conway. He is a president of the National Honor Society, president of the Computer Science Club, vice president of the Math Club, and captain of the wrestling team. Trent, a high honor roll student, is also a member of the Naturalist Club, Photography Club, and Spanish Club. In the fall, Trent plans to attend Grove City College or Penn State Bay Area to major in mechanical engineering. Erica Rosa and Trent McCray.
Journey Welling. Journey is the daughter of Ben and Helene Welling of New Swigley. She's a 4-year letter winner in volleyball and captain of the varsity team. Journey was selected as WPIAL AA Player of the Week. During off-season, she has played for the Pittsburgh Elite Volleyball Club for their national team. She's also a high honor roll student. Journey is looking to earn a degree in elementary education while continuing her volleyball career at a 4-year university. Escorting Journey is
Nick Paganini. Nick is the son of Todd and Judy Paganini of Conway. He is a varsity letterman in basketball and a previous member of the Robotics Club. Nick is an honor roll student. In the fall, Nick hopes to attend Slippery Rock University to major in business. Journey Welling and Nick Paganini.
Julia Young. Julia is the daughter of Tom Young and Robin Boza of Freedom. She is vice president of the ski club and secretary of Freedom Fortune 500. Julia, a 3-year letter winner in varsity soccer and a 2-year letter winner of the varsity softball team. She is team manager of the varsity cheer squad and also participates in Bulldog Beat. After graduation, Julia plans to attend Slippery Rock University to pursue a career in criminal justice. Julia is being escorted by
Matthew Schulteis. Matthew is the son of Lon and Jody Schulteis of New Swigley. He is captain of the football team and a member of the wrestling team. Matthew is a 2-time letter winner in football and a 4-time letter winner in wrestling. Matthew's plans for the fall are currently undecided. Julia Young and Matthew Schulteis.
Leasa Young. Leasa is the daughter of Edward and Jennifer Young of New Swigley. She is a 3-year letter winner in varsity softball and a member of the varsity volleyball team. She is a high honor roll student and a member of the ski club. Leasa plans to attend North Hills Beauty Academy in the fall for aesthetic skincare and makeup, and then plans to further her studies at Third Brows and Lashes to study microblading and lash tech. Leasa's escort is
Luke Snavely. Luke is the son of Todd and Melanie Snavely of New Swigley. He is president of the senior class, president of DECA, co-editor-in-chief of the Shawnee Yearbook, managing editor of the FHSpress.com, and president of the Math Club. Luke is a high honor roll student selected for both the National Honor Society and Quillen School, and is a 7-time Academic Games national qualifier. He is a 2-time captain of the varsity soccer team and is a 3-time letterman in both baseball and soccer. Luke also participates in Physics Club and Math League. Following graduation, Luke plans to attend Robert Morris University to major in statistics and data science. Leasa Young and Luke Snavely.
Paige Young. Paige is the daughter of Tim and Carrie Young of U Swigley. She's a 4-year member of the varsity cheer squad and has served for the past 3 years as Lil Bulldogs cheer coach. Paige is the Shawnee Yearbook reference editor and a member of the FHS press staff. She was named to the 2022 National Scholastic Press Association Journalism Honor Roll. Following graduation, Paige hopes to attend Community College of Beaver County for nursing and then transfer to earn her BSN with hopes to work as a nurse in an NICU unit. Paige is being escorted by
Austin Tokar. Austin is the son of Thad and Gina Tokar of Newsweekly. He is a two-time letterman in soccer and currently serves as captain of the team. He's a high honor roll student and was named as Beaver County Times Athlete of the Week. Although his exact plans are undecided, Austin plans to further his education. Paige Young and Austin Tokar.
We are pleased to welcome back last year's homecoming queen this evening for this year's coronation ceremony. Jessica Majors. Jessica is the daughter of Gregory and Jody Majors of Newsweekly. She is attending Slippery Rock University, where she is studying exercise science with a minor in gerontology and their accelerated occupational therapy program.
To be a Major League Baseball shortstop when he grows up. Elena Harley and Colt Conan.
And now, for the moment we have been waiting for. We are proud to announce this year's homecoming king and queen.
Our Freedom Area Homecoming King for 2022-2023 is Damian Grenagor.
Yeah, I looked and I was like, okay, yeah, no.
Alyssa, I'm crossing Alyssa, crossing your fingers with strolls.
Our Freedom Area homecoming queen for 2022 and 2023 is Katrina Adams.
Jack, he's making fun of you.
No, he makes fun of me. Have you heard of her small business? She's a drill teacher. Because she's brilliant. She has a small business. She makes great things. I tell her. So she makes like cups, art signs, and stuff. So you can see it. The creations that I can train her. You want to follow it.
We congratulate Damian and Katrina and the entire homecoming corps, wishing them all continued success.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We hope you're able to stay and enjoy the fireworks display following the game.
One more time, let's put our hands together for Damian Grenagor and Katrina Adams and the entire homecoming court.
Evie, what do you think? Did you like the choices?
I don't know, you got the Keller's close to you too. There's always a sporting event.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. For the County of Champions.
Has a throw to first, and that's your ball game. Union has won its first ever
Strike three! The Union Scotties, golden once again.
One gold not enough. How about 2 district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers?
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner. It's boys for 3. Shot! Take time for 10.
Let's throw again. Directing traffic. Going for the quarterback in the end zone. Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from Jimbo Covert Field at Bulldogs Stadium for homecoming night at Freedom, as the Freedom Bulldogs hosting the Neshannock Lancers. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, brought to you in part by Maley Chiropractic, by Luxembourg Garbutt, Kelly and George, by R. Cunningham Funeral Home, Insurance, by the Principals Association, by Something for Your Wall Photography, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. I'm James Dotson. Dom Summers, our producer. Tyler Aaron running the cameras for you tonight here from Bulldog Stadium, the newly named Jimbo Covert Field, for tonight's contest, as the Neshannock Lancers with a 5-1 overall record. They're 2-1 in MAC conference play. Freedom 1-2 in conference, 2-4 overall. Hope you were able to enjoy the homecoming festivities here from Freedom High School. The homecoming king, Damian Grunigal, will be one of the main factors that you're going to be watching today for the Freedom Bulldogs team. He'll be the starting running back, the fullback, in the wishbone offense, triple option offense that you're going to see. Neshannock on the other end coming off of a big decisive victory, 55 points on the board a week after being shut out. And in fact, after that loss to Beaver Falls, is making sure that they're back, everybody on the same page. They certainly did that. In fact, in their 5 wins, over 40 points in each and every one of those football games. So it's going to be a fun evening for us tonight. The Lancers already out on the field. Freedom Bulldogs going to be making their way out as well. Since we had an abbreviated LGKG pregame show, we're going to step aside real quick, try to pay a couple bills. We'll be back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your... Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will come to see their full menu. Or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, from the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
There's the Freedom Bulldogs. They've just made their way out onto the field, getting ready for tonight's game. Freedom again, 2-4 overall, 1-2 in the MAC conference under 9th-year head coach John Rosa. Neshannock at 5-1 overall. They're 2-1 in conference play. Everybody looking up at Beaver Falls, a perfect 3-0 in the conference. But Beaver Falls, Neshannock, Western Beaver all coming in 5-1 overall. The top 5 teams will make it into the playoffs out of the Midwestern Athletic Conference in Class 2A here on our abbreviated Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George pregame show, a law office of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George has been keeping promises for over 80 years. We thank our friends at LGKG.com for all they've done for us here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Damian Grunigal, the homecoming king, out there for the toss, as is Nathan DiNardo. Also out there at midfield is number 7 Cody Patterson and Matt Schulteis for Freedom, wearing the red uniforms. They'll be going right to left as you're watching at lcsportsnet.com. Neshannock has won the toss, and they will elect to receive. Johnny Huff, Luciano DeLillo out there for the coin toss, as is Austin King and Jackson Billick. So Lancers will have first possession, and you'll get to see starting quarterback Johnny Huff in that offense. Presumably, though it was Gino Mazzacco, the freshman, who actually took snaps on the first series last week in the game. And a good job for the freshman getting some varsity snaps and getting the job done. How about that? Going right down the field, a touchdown. Later got a pick 6 on defense. But we expect to see number 14 back out there to start tonight's game. And he's just been dynamite throughout the course of this season, as he has gone on the season now just under 500 yards passing, 850 yards on the ground, and a total of 13 touchdowns. So it's been a fantastic start to the season, as we now have gotten into October. We're into true fall football weather. The leaves are changing, the times they are changing. We're ready to play some ball here, Riverside. Not Riverside High School, but by the side of the river here at Freedom. Bulldogs will be kicking it off. Drew Tarosky, I believe, will be doing the kicking duties, actually with a holder, as it is getting a bit brisk and breezy out there. And the ball is kicked away high. Short kick towards the near sideline. It's going to be caught and actually muffed by number 8 at the 36-yard line. That is Gino Mazzacco, right on cue. As soon as we mentioned the stuff he did last week, this time in special teams, nearly coughed it up, but Lancers will get the football first, starting at their own 36-yard line. And we'll take a look at the full Neshannock starting lineup here after this. Actually, we'll get it right now. Our starting line is brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Casa Realty. Matthew Ionelli and Jackson Billick will split duties in the backfield. Braden Huff, Anthony Bonner, the wide receivers. Luciano DeLillo will be in the slot. Braden Montgomery is the tight end. The offensive line, Aiden Schaefer, Mike Ponziani, Ryan Huff, Austin King, and Jackson Mazzacco. Quarterback Johnny Huff in the gun. 3 receiver set. Will hand it off to Ionelli. Hesitates, not much room, and he's gang tackled on the near side. Damian Grunigal in there with a couple of other tacklers for no gain on the first carry for Inilly. Inilly with 9 rushing touchdowns on the year as well. Wholesale changes. That's going to bring 3 or 4 new bodies on the field offensively. Pat Argero in a double tight set. Jackson Billick in there, and also the big boy, Andrew Fry, the tight end, wearing number 84 tonight. He'll be blocking on the far side as Inilly gets the pitch with some room in front, cuts upfield. He's got the first down across midfield and more, and he'll be dragged down from behind at the 40-yard line of Freedom. Big gain, and a little bit of tempo early on here as well, it looks like, for the Lancers. 24 yards and our first down of the competition, thanks to Michael Kirkwood Jr., Castle Realty. Check out his listings or list your home by going to castle-realty.com. Bobble on the snap. Huff is going to get sacked back near midfield. Looked like he wanted to hand it off, then wanted to pump fake and never really had control of the football. It's going to be a loss back. They'll give forward progress to the 47-yard line. So loss of 5 on the sack. Second down and 15. All on the ground so far for the Lancers. They'll go 3 receivers to the right. That's where Huff, the quarterback, will roll. Sets his feet, fires, has a man open at the 35. Caught there. It's DeLillo for a nice gain of about 13 yards. It's going to be third down and short. They mark it right at the 35. 12-yard pickup for DeLillo. And it will be third down and 3 to go. Lancers on their first drive of the game. Keeper for Huff, and he's going to get dragged down by Grunigal just short of the yard to gain on the zone read. Needed 3, picked up 2, so decision. Lancers kind of in no man's land, though. It would be about a 51-yard field goal, so going to be going for it all the way here. We'll get the call from the sideline. Rolling to his left is Huff, and he's going to flip it to the sideline. Has a man open, caught, first down DeLillo, and more. Cuts down inside the 25, down near the 20-yard line. Probably could have run for the first down, honestly, there. But instead is going to pick up the first down through the air. $13 yards. And a fourth down conversion to extend the drive for Neshannock. Design run the whole way for Huff. Makes a man miss, cuts inside, lots of room. Inside the 10, now going to the far sideline. It's a race to the pylon. Huff, 20 yards for the score. Neshannock on the board first here today after a 20-yard touchdown run. Seven-play scoring drive. 64 yards, low scramble drill. He's going to throw it to the flats. Caught there by Argero, but it's going to be just short of the end zone. So nearly a fancy play for the conversion, but it's going to end up being just short. So 6-0, Neshannock with the lead. We'll step aside here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
At our Cunningham Funeral Home and Crematory, we are a proud 6th-generation, family-owned and operated funeral home located centrally in the Newcastle and Neshannock communities. Our large facility and experienced staff allows us to accommodate any family with personalized services. To learn more about our services and pre-planning, visit our website at www.cunninghamfh.com or follow us on Facebook. Allow our family to help your family.
Get the starting lineups here in a moment. For Freedom, after that great return for Isaiah Lachey. Handoff to number 4, that's Tyler Welsh. He's going to fall forward, get inside the 30-yard line. Huge return, gain of 2 on that first play there for Welsh. The other wing back will be Cody Patterson. Damian Grunegold, the main back, as the fullback. 9 touchdowns on the ground for him on the year. Dakota Roberts, the wide receiver. Matt Schultheis, the tight end. His brother Ty, the quarterback. 5 touchdowns, 550 yards in the air. Jake Greaser, Andrew Henley, Jake Hilberry, TJ, and thought he was still up was the back. It was number 23 actually getting the carry, and Carter Osachu. Maybe a gain of 1. We're going to say no gain. So interesting, through the first 2 plays, Damian Grunegold without a touch. Third down coming up, 3rd down and 8 on Freedom's opening drive of the game. Bring a man in motion, they'll toss it to the right. That's Tyler Welsh, cuts back inside, trying to make a man miss, lowers his shoulder into Bonner, making the tackle. Gain of about 3, and this is going to make it a manageable 4th down, or maybe they're going to bring out the field goal unit. And it looks like they will bring out Garrett Dutrowski to attempt. This will be a 42-yard field goal. Snaps back, low line drive kick. It's going to be off the mark. Had the distance just barely, but it misses off to the left. So a early Medor Bonner change in possession there. As Neshannock gives up the long kick return, but is unable, or I should say Freedom unable to capitalize. Now Neshannock, with the high school rules, basically acts like a touchback on that missed field goal, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lancers at their own 20. Quick slant, and it's going to be high and incomplete, intended for DeLillo. Had space in front of him, but watch out, because in the secondary was number 4, Tyler Welsh, and if that was just a little bit higher, it actually might have been picked off going the other way. Also in the secondary, Dakota Roberts and Nathan DiNardo. Matt Schultheis, Cody Patterson, Ryan Cradle are the linebackers. They're watching as Huff goes flying by. Huge hole across midfield. He's off to the races. Get him. 80 yards, Johnny Huff. Rushing touchdown number 10 and 11 on the year, and we're not even halfway through this opening quarter. We'll see if they can get a better snap here on this point after attempt. Snap is back. It's a good one. Hold down. Kick is good. 13-0 in favor of Neshannock. 6:41 remaining in the opening quarter. We'll step aside. Back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red.
Kick going to be taken at the 15-yard line, trying to come near side. Welsh on the return. out to the 25. Much better coverage this time for Neshannock. Mark it at the 26-yard line where Freedom will begin their second possession. So Johnny Huff, touchdown runs of 20 and 80 yards. That's actually not over the century mark, though. A couple of negative yard rushes to begin the game. Right now, though, Freedom, they need an answer, and they need an answer in a hurry. That's really not the Freedom style of offense, in all honesty. They like to control the ground game, suck the defense up, and then go over the top. Their two receivers averaging over 25 yards per catch. Misdirection here on the season, but he was well covered on the play in the secondary by Bonner. Not much doing in the Freedom offense so far. Take a look at the starting defense for the Lancers after this second down play. Our starting lineups again brought to you by Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty. Give him a call, 724-301-1482 for your residential or commercial properties. Man in motion from the wing, fake to him, handoff to one of the first backs through up the middle. Not a lot of room. Host of tacklers on Grunegel's first carry of the contest. It'll be third down after that gain of 2, third down and 8. Aiden Schaefer, Austin King, Jackson Mazzocco, and Andrew Fry will be rotating on the defensive line. Pat Ardro, Jackson Billick, Ryan Huff, the linebacking core. You'll see Braden Huff, Dom Cubelis in the secondary. Anthony Bonner out there as well in the secondary at the safety position. Third down, Schulteis rolling out to his right, directing traffic. He's now going to step up, try to scramble, runs to the back of his own man, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of 2. There's not much room down the field. That's he ran into a brick wall. Trying to block against Andrew Fry. Not going to go well. Can be taken and muffed by Bonner at the 35-yard line. Goes back, picks it up, makes 1, 2, 3, 4 miss before he's finally dragged down. Ball's loose again, though, and Freedom says that they've recovered. The official coming in agrees. Bulldogs will get the recovery. Not sure who it was who ended up falling on it. But the Bulldogs are going to get great field position yet again. A couple of special teams blunders. And after Mador Bonner ball turnover, it'll be right back to Freedom possession. They'll start it right at the 40. Their missed field goal drive began at the 31-yard line after a big special teams play. So 2 big special teams plays. And actually, it's all going to go for naught because there was an illegal formation from the very beginning. Coach Rosa none too pleased. So instead of Freedom ball, we all missed it. There was a flag back on the play. The first penalty of the game goes against the Bulldogs. And wow, what a moment that is. Lancer fans, for a moment, can breathe a sigh of relief up. Lancer return men standing at their own 40-yard line. Maybe a chance for some redemption. Believe it is Bonner back there again, and he's going to say Peter and get everybody away from it. Bounces near midfield, takes a decent Freedom bounce, takes about an extra 8 or 9 yards. Actually, it was DeLillo and Huff, the 2 return men. And it'll be 41-yard line where Neshannock will take over. Just under 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. Gives us a chance to remind you that there are select images of tonight's game will be available on our website, on Twitter and Instagram, thanks to Something for Your Wall Photography. You can check out all of our great captured work, all of our great captured moments, I should say, on Facebook. Search Something for Your Wall. Three receiver set for Neshannock, already with 2 long, or 2, I shouldn't say long touchdown runs, but one of 20 yards, one of 80 yards, but it looks like it'll be 1st and 15 as it looks like Neshannock moved a bit early. Coming up at the half, we'll also have the Trib Live High School Sports Halftime Show with Don Rebel and Chris Harlan, talking about 20 years of WPIAL championships at Heinz Field, now Acrisure Stadium. It's no longer the highway to Heinz. It's, what do they call it, the path to the North Shore? Something to the North Shore. Trips to the right. Handoff on 1st and 15. Not much room for Ionelli. Maybe a gain of 1 on 1st down for Neshannock. Oh, we have a moment. Want to remind you to give Penn Ohio Bottled Water a call. Get your home or business bottled water delivery, ranging from your standard 16-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs. Let them do the heavy lift. Trips to the right for Neshannock. Huff 2 for 3 throwing the football so far tonight. Other games going on in the county. Newcastle had an early lead on Chartiers Valley. Both teams looking for their first Class 4A Parkway Conference victory. Big one just down the road at Rochester. Union traveling to Rachi. Southside hosting Shenango. Laurel traveling to Northgate. Wilmington non-region play hosting General McLean. Mohawk and Elwood City on the road as well here in Class 2A. Huff trying to buy time, scrambles out, throws across his body, man open near midfield, and it's going to be caught and dropped by DeLillo. I think he heard some footsteps. Would have been short of the line to gain, but was unable to make the catch. It's going to be a 3-and-out for Neshannock. Discussion on the far sideline, not sure what the discussion is for. You saw a fanny pack or the hand warmer around the belt of some player get thrown off. Didn't see a flag come down, but Neshannock is marching in the direction of Freedom, and Freedom is retreating. Personal foul against Freedom, and with the penalty, Neshannock's going to get a 1st down. How about that? So a free 1st down. Neshannock now in plus territory. Throw to the near side to get it to DeLillo, and he's going to be dragged down immediately. Good tackle made by Nathan DiNardo. Ball popped out after DeLillo was down, but DeLillo tackled by Nathan DiNardo. By the way, Katrina Adams was the homecoming queen today for Freedom. 3rd catch of the ball game for DeLillo, 3 for 24 yards. Rolling left is Huff. Looks for a man downfield, not much there. Now stops and is just going to wisely throw it into the bench, as that would have been intentional grounding just last season, but the new rule makes it just like college and pros. You're outside the box as long as you can get the ball past the line of scrimmage on your throw. It is not intentional grounding, though again behind the sticks is Neshannock. 2 receivers each way. It's Bonner and DeLillo to the top of the screen. It looks like it's DeMace as well as Cubelis at the bottom of the formation. 3rd down, plenty of time. Throw over the middle, man open, caught at the 35 for a 1st down. DeLillo, but he backtracks, almost lost the 1st down, but did get it back down to the 35-yard line. Needle 11, picked up 13. Six of the 7 pass attempts for Johnny Huff tonight have been in the direction of Luciano DeLillo. And all 4 completions have been to him as well. Pitch to the left for Ionelli. Trying to find some room. Not much there as Grunigal eats it up in a hurry. Short gain on the play. Gain of 1, Ionelli. He had the 122-yard run earlier. Other than that, carries of 0, 1, 0, and 1 yard. Second down, 9 to go with 2 minutes remaining now in this opening quarter. Huff drops back, pumps, steps up in the pocket, throws, diving effort, but unable to hold on was DeLillo. Again, number 1, certainly the number 1 target here today. Those seniors trying to hook up early and often. 8 pass attempts so far for Johnny Huff. This will be the 9th play of the drive that was extended thanks to a personal foul penalty against Freedom. That was on a 3rd and 14, that personal foul, by the way. Corner blitz coming in. Huff's going to try to scramble right towards it. Breaks away from one, but won't break away from the second. Getting the tackle and the sack is Carter Osadju. Back to the 44. Loss of 10. Neshannock now 1 of 4 on 3rd downs, and they're going to have to punt it away. This will be interesting, though, because this will be a punt from plus territory. So see if DeLillo can try to pin the Bulldogs deep. Low line drive kick will bounce at the 20, take a Lancer bounce, now hop sideways, and will be downed inside the 15, 14-yard line by Montgomery with just under a minute to play in the opening quarter. And guidance through one of your most difficult times. Allow the Cunningham Funeral Home family to help your family. So Freedom 4 and out with a missed field goal on their first drive, 3 and out and a punt on their second drive. Handoff up the middle. Grunigal, best run of the day for him, gets out close to the 20-yard line. Gain of 6 on first down. Best play of the night for the entire Freedom offense, actually. Ty Schultheisel of the opening quarter. Lone receiver to the near side is Dakota Roberts. That's going to send a receiver in Tyler Welsh to the top of the formation. 2 in the backfield, fake to the first, handoff to the second. Makes a couple of man miss, trying to bounce to the outside and getting wrapped down there on the tackle. Huff makes the tackle after the carry by number 7, Cody Patterson. His 99th carry of the season. It'll be enough to move the chains, and that looks like that will be the end of the first quarter. 2 touchdown runs for Johnny Huff. 13-0 Neshannock leads at the end of 1. We'll be back in a moment. High school football here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Lawrence County? Get Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services in over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Second quarter underway. First down, long carry for Grunigal right up the middle. All of a sudden, a little bit of momentum maybe for the Bulldogs, so they trail 13-0 here as we start quarter number 2. Johnny Huff with a 20-yard and a 80-yard touchdown run for Neshannock in that opening quarter. Try to get you some out-of-town scores. The other game on our network today, Newcastle leading Char Valley 13-6. Man in motion, handoff to him. It's Tyler Welsh, and he's going to fight forward. Not much room there, but he does pick up 2 or 3 yards and a first down. The misdirection offense starting to figure a couple things out here, it looks like, for the Freedom Bulldogs. The other thing with it, though, is that you get very balanced in your running game. Grunigal with 3 carries, Welsh with 3 carries. The rest of the team with 3 carries. So fresh set of downs, already a pair of first downs on this drive that began inside the Bulldog 20-yard line. Welsh, the man in motion, faked him. First man through, Grunigal with the handoff, and he's not going anywhere because Andy Fry was right in there to make the stop. Actually, give credit as well, Michael Ponziani in there as well. 84 and 54. Holding Grunigal to a, we'll give him a gain of 1. So call it 2nd down and 9. Freedom going to try to waste a little bit of this second quarter clock. 2 in the backfield this time. Grunigal using the lead blocker, fighting forward. He puts the hand on the back, still driving the legs, and now finally down at the 46, 47-yard line. Give him another gain of 4 or 5 yards and make this a very third and manageable. 3rd down. We'll call about 4 to go. Coming up after the game, we'll have our LCAP Player of the Game Award. So many great ways LCAP improving the quality of life within Lawrence County. How about the Lead Hazard Control Grant? Children under the age of 6 can receive a free home inspection to reduce the risk of lead-based paint within their house. Welsh, the man in motion. Grunigal fake to him. Bootleg, throw to Grunigal in the flat. Caught. First down. Nifty play call. Lots going on. And able to do a little eye candy and get the first down. Big 3rd down conversion on the pass to Grunigal, his 4th catch of the season. Give him a gain of 7. Not much room this time. In fact, it's going to be a loss on the carry on the right side. Whole gang of white jerseys making the stick. Osesi on that carry. Now that we got Steve Mott in the building, we can get that pronunciation down pat. He is wearing Freedom colors. Don't you worry, Bulldog fans. Though his alma mater is in the house, as is his former physics teacher. I'm going to have to stand between them, make sure there's no fist fights here. 2nd down and 12 after the loss from Osesi. Patterson, the man in motion, fake to him, handoff up the middle, back to the line of scrimmage. Gain of 3 for Grunigal there, make it 3rd down and 9. And this is going to be the 10th play of the drive, and this is what Freedom can do. Eat some clock, is kind of matriculate the ball down the field, but the first down play, losing a couple yards, certainly not working in their favor. That's not as much the Freedom football. Though again, Schulteis has shown the capability to throw the football all year long as well. 5 touchdowns through the air, averaging about 100 yards in the air per game as well. He's going to send 3 receivers to the left. Grunigal the lone back. Now man in motion, Patterson. 3-step drop, throw on the slant, and nobody home, kind of behind the intended target. So it's going to be 4th down after a 10-play drive. It looks like Freedom's going to bring out the punting unit. The one thing the Bulldogs did there, though, is they did change field position. That drive starting back inside their own 15-yard line. Braden Huff and Luch DeLillo will be deep to receive. They're standing at about their own 10-yard line. Awaiting the punt from Drew Tarowski. And it's going to go off the side of his foot and take a Neshannock bounce. This is not a good punt. It's actually going to go out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So that will be a 10-yard punt. Actually, not even. A 7-yard punt. So Neshannock will get possession, but again, that drive took nearly 6 minutes off of the clock. Freedom offense shortening the game, doing their job. Now Neshannock had a tough previous drive. Let's see how they respond. Zone read, keeper for Huff, and he had one man to beat. If Grunigal doesn't make that tackle near the line of scrimmage, There was nobody in front of him. He would have had reservations for 6. Still a gain of 4 for Huff. Second down. 3 receivers to the top of the formation. 1 receiver to the left. Billick in the backfield. Fake to him. Keeper again from Huff, and well read again by the middle linebackers of Freedom. I believe it's Grunigal, part of the tackle as well. Osesi will get credit for it. Gain of 1. 3rd down and 5 upcoming for Neshannock. Billick will stand to the right. Cubelis, the lone receiver, to the left. They're going to pitch it to Billick. Cuts upfield, and he's got a first down across midfield. Great first cut. Plants the right foot and gets a huge 3rd down conversion for Neshannock. Gets into Freedom territory, and it looks like a little bit of tempo. Now they're going to take their time, get set up. Zone read, another keeper from Huff, and he's got a huge hole in front of him to the 35 and the 30, but this one's going to come back as the corner trying to make the tackle was Welsh, and he got blocked in the back. It's probably going to go as about a 12-yard run and then a 10-yard penalty on the play. A good call, and this one will bring the Lancer offense back. It's just a matter of where they're going to mark the penalty from. Yeah, there's the illegal block in the back. So it'll still be first down and 8. The common first down and 8. Only the second penalty against Neshannock. Well, now they started to try to move the chain, so now they're going to have a long time trying to figure out this one. Here's your scoring recap so far. Your scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Check out their new cafe and bakery section. And go to josephsnc.com or follow them on Facebook to see their specials daily. Neshannock took the opening kickoff, marked 7 plays, 64 yards. Johnny Huff a 20-yard touchdown completion. That was after they had converted on 4th down to extend the drive. Made it a 6-0 lead. After a long punt return kick return, I should say, from Freedom, they missed a 42-yard field goal. Neshannock 2 plays later, Huff at it again, goes 80 yards for the touchdown. Made it 13-0 just 5 minutes into the game. And it looks like they do finally have everything all lined up and correct. And it looks like we're going to have a Freedom timeout, the first Pontius Insurance timeout of the game. Make sure you give a call to Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, and Tracy Giddings. To get started today, get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance. 5:29 remaining here in the opening half. Thanks to our Tweety Bird out there, Katie Walzer, giving us all the score updates and keeping you all informed on the Twitterverse. Visit lcsportsnet.com and follow on Twitter at lcsportsnet. Don't forget to check out Instagram and Facebook as well. Here in Class 2A, Beaver Falls, mentioned at the top of this Midwestern Conference, they're currently ranked number 2 in the Trib Live rankings. Number 1 right now is Steel Valley. Beaver Falls 2, Sarah Catholic at 3. Their only loss coming to Steel Valley. I believe that was 2 weeks ago now. Washington at 4, Stowe Rocks at 5. Guess what? They're doing battle tonight. We'll try to get a score update on that one as well. Newcastle leading Char Valley 13-6 at last call. We'll try to get a score update on the Rochester Union game as well. That's going to be a big one. Elwood City, New Brighton. Both teams looking for their first win there as well. And Beaver Falls hosting Mohawk tonight in another Beaver County, Lawrence County clash. Back to the action, rolling out to the right, man open. That's Cubelis, caught at the 40-yard line, and he's going to be stuck there after a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Give him a gain of 4 for Dom Cubelis. First catch of the year for Cubelis. Talking to the coaching staff before the game, they wanted to try to get him involved a little bit in the passing game today. Zone read, another keeper for Huff. He's going to break away from a tackle and get a first down. Stiff arm and now dragging a tackler. Ryan Cradle was hanging on but unable to get there in time. A gain of 12 for Johnny Huff over the century mark and now rapidly approaching the 1,000-yard rushing mark, and we still got 3 weeks to go after today here, folks. Been a strong start for the senior quarterback this year. He's got Matt Ionilli, another senior to his right. 1st and 10. Hand off Ionilli, and he was hit before he even had the football. Gang tackled right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Osessi, number 23, making a stop.
Osessi gets the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down for the Lancers.
8th play of the Lancers drive coming up. And they're going to make some personnel changes. Now a little confusion. Looks like Montgomery's going to check off. Ionilli's going to, was going to check out, and then now he's going to check back in. 5 seconds on the play clock. Now they'll finally get the snap off. Keeper for Huff fighting forward. He's going to get inside the 25 down to about the 22-yard line. Nice pickup there of 6 yards, and now a whistle and a flag thrown after the play. Well, Coach Rosa was going crazy before the play, asking why was there no substitution issue, and the reason why there's not is because Neshannock never huddled, so you can't have an illegal substitution or too late of a substitution if you never huddled to begin with, as long as everybody gets inside the numbers if they weren't on the field for the previous play especially. But then thought maybe the ball had come out after the play. There was some pushing and shoving, and Freedom did something too late to give a free first down to Neshannock as the Lancers have now entered the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road, just a few minutes up the road from Neshannock High School. And check out all the pink out gear especially that they have. Going to mark it down at the 11, so an 11-yard personal foul penalty gives the free first down. Second time on a penalty Neshannock has gotten a first down. 1st and 10 at the 11, fake the pitch, keeper for Huff, and he's able to break away from a couple of tackles, fall inside the 10-yard line, mark it down at the 8. 11th carry of the first half for the senior. Now we're going to have a whistle, and I think Neshannock is going to take a Pontius Insurance timeout as well. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for your auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. Again, coming up at the half, and we'll give a shout-out to our producer, Dom Summers. He's going to be doing something on the fly, I think, for us real quick. We're going to make sure that the Trib Live halftime show is all lined up and ready to go, that we have the correct one. I know it's downloaded. It's just a question of whether it is set up in our program, so he'll mess with that. We'll try to get you all the score updates while you get to see the Neshannock Bull, the homecoming queen, here at Freedom tonight. Discussion between the officials before we get back ready for play. 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball's at the 8-yard line, so Neshannock can get a first down without punching it in the end zone, though that would certainly be impressive, as they would have to get inside the 1 to do so. Billick to the left. Braden Huff, the man in motion for the wide receiver position. Hand off to Billick. He's going to be dragged down immediately by Andrew Henley for no gain, maybe a gain of 1 on the 2nd carry for Billick. The 11th play of the drive coming up here for Neshannock. It started at their own 39 after just a 7-yard punt. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Huff looking to the sideline. Cubelis and DeLillo will be the receivers to the left. Billick, the lone back to the right of Huff. Now DeLillo coming in motion across the formation. High snap, rolling to the right is Huff. Looks down the field, breaks a tackle, diving for the pylon. It's going to depend on when the knee hit. And you know what? I said it'd be tough to get a first down without the touchdown, and I think that's exactly what Johnny Huff may have just done. Now, by that spot, he is going to be just short, and I think that is the good spot. It is 4th down, just under a yard to go. They're going to go under center quickly to the line. 4th down, 1 to go. Handoff up the middle. Ionelli plowing forward, and he's in the end zone for the 2-yard touchdown run to cap off a 12-play scoring drive. Ionelli's 10th touchdown on the ground this year. Make now on to attempt the extra point. Again, Bonner to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up towards the elementary school, and it is good. 2:11 remaining. It's 20-0 Neshannock over Freedom. We'll be back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
"12 plays, 61 yards, 5 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. Matt Ionelli, a 2-yard run on 4th down for the score. That drive coming after a 7-yard punt to set it up. Neshannock makes it a 20-0 lead. Your Joseph's Marketplace drive summary. Kickoff taken at the 15-yard line. Another big return coming as Cody Patterson gets room this time across the 40 out near midfield before he's finally ushered out of bounds by DeLillo and company. So, again, another big play on special teams. And with 2:01 remaining and still plenty of time, it would appear, for Neshannock, or for Freedom to get on the board against Neshannock, I should say. Only the 4th drive of the game for the Bulldogs. Schultheis will be in the gun for the first time. Looks quick, snap to the right, caught at the 45-yard line and fighting forward for the first down. Cody Patterson, the ball was already in his breadbasket before he really even turned around. Nice play call, nice pitch and catch. They'll mark it right at the 40, so that'll be a gain of 11. Quickly up to the line as the clock runs. Close to a minute and a half remaining. Still 2 timeouts, plenty of time. Schultheis again is going to go near side, this time looking for number 8, Dakota Roberts, the 2 leading receivers. Good pass, good catch, but staying in bounds after a 6-yard gain is Roberts. Bonner makes the tackle. Down to about 1:15 remaining, 2nd and 5. Patterson and Roberts now leading the team with 8 receptions each. Grungle to the left of the quarterback. Schultheis is going to go down the near sideline in double coverage, and it's going to be picked off. Dom Cubelis caught the pass. It was just a little bit too high and too hot to handle. Cubelis will get the interception, his 3rd pick of the season. And to add insult to injury, bad news behind the play is that Dakota Roberts came down a little bit awkwardly, and he is hurt. You know, you hope maybe it's just a twisted ankle as he came down. Hope it was nothing more serious than that. But he is surrounded by the training staff and 3 coaches. hope the sophomore receiver is going to be all right. While they tend to Patterson, why don't we do this? Let's not, because he's going to be getting to his feet. And good to see that he will make his way to the sideline. He's not going to put a lot of weight on that left leg. Good to see, though, he is making his way under his own power. So after the Cubelis interception, Lancers have a minute to go. They have a 20-0 lead. Interesting to see, with 2 timeouts left, how aggressive they want to be. I mean, they're at their own 15-yard line. You would think that this is probably going to be a pretty safe play call. Dangerous play. It's actually going to be an option and a pass for DeLillo, and he's just going to throw it away as he was in the grasp. He was behind the line of scrimmage. Did the ball make it to the line on the throw is going to be the question. Smart play if it is. But it is just an incomplete pass. So how about that? They try to go into the bag of tricks. Try to refresh because we're still on here. Well, our internet's really bad, so. Handoff, first down. Big run, Jackson Billick out past the 30-yard line, and a flag coming in late, too. This could move the ball all the way close to midfield. 17 yards on the gain for Billick.
Personal foul, face mask against Freedom. That'll move the ball ahead 15 yards, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lancers.
It's been doing that for an hour. And another personal foul against Freedom. That's 3 personal fouls against the Bulldogs. And again, that moves the ball close to midfield. The clock now runs. 40 seconds remaining. Huff drops back. He's going to launch one down the middle of the field, and it's going to be over everybody's head. Looking for younger brother Braden down the seam. Just a little bit too far out in front of the intended target. Still 36 seconds remaining. And still 2 timeouts remaining as well for Neshannock. So, I mean, you want to, in theory, get about another 30 yards to give DeVivo a true chance. I think range about 30, 35 yards. They're going to go zone read. Keeper for Huff. Big room. Now bounce to the outside. He's across midfield and inside the 40. And now almost close to the 30-yard line. Another long run down about the 32-yard line. Gain of 20. And I think Neshannock there wisely with 22 seconds left will use their second Pontius Insurance timeout. Coming up after the game, we'll have our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Maley Chiropractic currently hiring. They're looking for dedicated, energetic staff. Anyone age 8 or age 16 or older can apply. No experience necessary. Just drop off a resume to their office or send it to MaleyChiro.com. MAHLECHIRO.com. Touchdown runs for Johnny Huff twice and Matt Ionilli once. And Neshannock started this final drive with just a minute on the clock at their own 15-yard line. Had a long run by Jackson Billick, a personal foul penalty at the end of that play, and then a long run there for Johnny Huff. First downs right now, the tally is 12-3. Three receivers to the right. Handoff up the middle, trying to find some room is Billick. He's going to get another first down. So 1 timeout remaining. We'll see if Neshannock uses it now or if they will try to run up and spike it. No, they will use their final Pontius Insurance timeout with about 16 seconds and the ball on the 16-yard line after a 16-yard gain for Jackson Billick. So Neshannock now can, in theory, take one shot to the end zone. They're out of their timeouts. Take one shot to the end zone and then probably bring on DeVivo. Right now it would be about a 35-yard field goal. But another personal foul called against Freedom after the play. So make it a full 4. Now, of the 4 personal fouls, I'll be honest, I saw that there was pushing and shoving in a pile at the end of one of those 4 plays, which tells me that there's just words being said after the play has ended. It's the only thing you can possibly think, I guess, at this point. So nonetheless, Neshannock now first and goal, and they definitely have a chance, a couple of chances really, to try to throw it in the end zone. 3 receivers to the left. It's Bonner, DeLillo, and Cubelis. That's where Huff looks. Throw on the slant, too high, too hot to handle, looking for DeLillo. That play only takes about 4 seconds off the clock, so they could do it again. The key, though, is if you're stopped outside the end zone, you have to hurry up, get up to the line, and spike the ball, which with 12 seconds left before this play begins, not the easiest. Trips left. Handoff up the middle, dangerous play. Billick fighting for the pylon for the goal line, and Huff's trying to call timeout. I got the Lancers are out of timeouts, but apparently they were not. The scoreboard had Neshannock out of timeouts. We had Neshannock out of timeouts. Apparently they were not. Oh, that explains that play call a little bit more then. That was a dangerous call. Billick will get a gain of 7. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and now things really get interesting because the ball is inside the 1-yard line. 6 seconds on the clock. Do you try to throw it in? Do you take your chances with a quarterback sneak or a run? I think that's probably the only, if you're not. I mean, you already did this once with Ionelli. And let's see if they do it again. Under center is Huff. 3rd and goal from the 1. They turn, they go to hand it off, and we have a whistle. And I think Freedom decided to use their final timeout. Well, I'm going to assume it's their final timeout, though. Unofficially, the final Ponch's Insurance timeout, so each team using all 3. By our count, we had Neshannock using 4. Thanks to the Neshannock athletic director who decided to be here today. The one who's sitting at home, you're not going to get any love from me. No, in all honesty, we thank Mr. Ed Fry and Mr. He Who Will Not Be Named for all that they do for us at Neshannock High School, and definitely for athletic director John Rosa, everything that he's done for us today. Steve Mott getting us all set up here in the press box. Big thanks to everyone here and everyone at Neshannock as well. Back to the action. Handoff, Ionelli. That's faked us all. Beautiful keeper and a bootleg and an easy walk-in touchdown for Johnny Huff. There was no one within about 10 yards of him as he just walks his way in for the 1-yard touchdown run, his 3rd touchdown of the first half. And Neshannock goes on a 8-play drive, 85 yards in just 57 seconds. It looks like Neshannock's going to bring the 2-point conversion team out. Go for the Art Cunningham 2-point conversion. Jet sweep look, fake to DeLillo on the jet sweep. Ionilli getting pushed towards the end zone. It's going to depend on the spot, and I'm not sure he got there. He did not, says the official. So it'll remain a 26-0 advantage for Neshannock. Let's step aside real quick before the halftime break here at allcsportsnet.com.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale-Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
3 seconds remaining. It'll be the final play of the first half, likely on this kickoff. After that 8-play, 85-yard scoring drive. DeVivo boots it away. A little squibber is going to be taken at about the 25-yard line, breaking a couple of tackles, and the ball is going to be ripped out and still loose, but it's going to be the end of the first half as Nathan DiNardo was stripped of the football. Neshannock did recover the football with Jay Wardman. Not going to matter too much except for in the stats. Neshannock 26, Bulldogs nothing. We're going to go to our halftime show. We'll be back in a moment, and you don't miss a thing because you'll have the Neshannock band coming up soon. But first, send it off to the Trib headquarters. 26-0, Neshannock leads at half.
Week 6 halftime show here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We are now into the second half, closing in, getting that much closer to the stretch run, and then of course the district postseason in about a month. So good stuff, exciting stuff. And of course, when you're talking postseason, you're talking in the past the Highway to Hines. Well, we don't have that anymore. The March to the North Shore, Acrisure Stadium will be hosting 4 of the 6 championship games. Norwin High School in North Huntington will be hosting the other 2. That's sort of been the routine since the 6th classification era. But this is the 20th anniversary. Now, if you do the math, you say, well, wait. First championships were 2001. This is 2022. Dawn, your math stinks, and that would be true. But Chris Harlan, the fact is, of course, 2 years ago we had no championships on the North Shore. So 20 years at the facility on the North Shore, Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium, WPIAL championships. And just so many great games, so many outstanding performances. So that's sort of going to be our focus here on this edition of the halftime show. Some of the great players, some of the great performances in those 20 years.
Yeah, for me, when you think back on those 20 seasons of championships, one performance that kind of jumps out, it's just a bunch of them. One jumps out to me is Central Valley's Jordan Whitehead. 2014, he was there, led them to a win over West Allegheny. And I think really what sticks out, he had 3 touchdowns, but he had one later in that game. It was a 55-yard catch and run that was just an amazing one that showed, everything that Jordan.
I'm wondering
Too
where
far?
it came from. Just a
Not
little.
far enough.
Why do you keep doing this?
Wait, I got a limit. You got them in your pocket? You just go to the bathroom.
Our next selection will feature our Lancerettes, led by senior Sydney Lofley and Danny Mimo. School's Out was first recorded as the title of Alice Cooper's fifth album. It was released as the album's only single on April 26, 1972. It has been regarded as the band's signature song and reached number 7 on the Billboard's Hot 100. We hope you enjoy the Lancer Band's performance of this hard rock classic.
Wait, Kaden, you gotta get me in there. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not the only one who realized.
What?
Yes. I love you
What
so
am I
much.
doing wrong?
I love you so much.
What about my face is getting off sides?
Your eyes are watering.
So are yours.
I could be one of those people.
Oh, that's who you want to be? Yeah, I can do it.
Can you see me doing that?
Yeah.
The band's closing tune this evening features the classic sounds of the 1980s rock band Starship. This tune will take you back in time to the era of leg warmers, big hair, and MTV. Featuring our instrumental seniors Marissa Austin, Carter Brooks, Drew Frank, Joseph Lepore, Joey Martin, Cale McConaughey, Tessa Runninger, Kirsten Waller, and Jacob Walzer. Please enjoy We Build This City.
That's literally your nickname on my Snapchat, like rat. Oh, my favorite, my bad.
Please give another round of applause for our Neshannock Lancer Marching Band. The band gives another thank you to the
fell. One of those plays where he caught the ball and he slipped one tackler, ducked another, spun his way free, and ran down the sideline 55 yards. To me, that one stands out, that performance, 3-touchdown game for him. And I think there's a history of that when you look back of some of the best players we've seen in Western Pennsylvania. When they get to that stage, a lot of them put up big-time performances at that stage. Some other ones immediately come back, Steve Breston, I think if you go back to 2001, that was the first year of the games at Heinz Field. He had over 200 yards rushing in a win over Central Catholic, a dominant win over Central Catholic. They kind of showed what Steve Breston was. Tyler Boyd had a 3-touchdown game his senior year when they in 2012, and that was win number 60 for them. They actually broke the WPIAL score consecutive games winning streak that year too with 60 wins. Robert Foster, another Central Valley guy, kind of sticks out. His sophomore year, I remember that 2010 year was the.
Yep, I was there on the sidelines when Breast.
From California, we make our way to the east coast of Beantown. A city is known for its rich history as it is for its sports culture. We're shipping up to Boston with the music of the Dropkick Murphys. From Boston, we crossed the New England to an area known for the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Shenandoah River. Fondly known as Almost Heaven, we passed through West Virginia with Take Me Home Country Roads, featuring trumpet soloist Connor Tavern.
last leg of our journey, we make our way back home to Western Pennsylvania. The jig is up, so get those towels ready. Here's Renegade by Styx. The Freedom Area Big Red Marching Band thanks you.
And ripped off, I believe it was like an 85, 90-yard run early in that game against Central Catholic. Huge crowd, probably the biggest crowd that first year for that Woodland Hills Central Catholic game. One that stands out, a couple, Terrell Pryor, obviously, as well. It wasn't anything exciting as far as, games coming down to the last moment, but he had a huge game offensively and defensively in Jeanette's victory over Beaver Falls, which, by the way, is the last time Aliquippa did not play in a WPIAL championship game back in 2007. The 1-2 punch, I want to say it was 2008, 2009. Hopewell, West Allegheny.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody knew about Russell Shell of Hopewell. All eyes were on him, but man, what a performance by Mike Caputo of West Allegheny, and those two just, it was like almost like a game. What am I trying to say? It's like a video game.
Yes,
they were putting up.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that numbers here, it was amazing. We look back, 42 carries, 274 yards for Shell in a losing effort. That's what's amazing about that. He had 4 touchdowns, 274 yards, 42 carries, and Caputo left with the trophy that day. Mike Caputo, West Allegheny. But yeah, that 2009 game, 36-28, definitely, I think, there's a couple that have been great games over the years, some overtime games, but I don't know if in terms of just pure build up and living up to the expectations, you can find a game that does more than that Hopewell West Allegheny game, because that was it from the whole season. People were waiting for that game, and it lived up to it.
That was one of the better games, no question about it. There were 3 overtime, or have been 3 overtime games. Central Valley beating Aliquippa in the 3A title game in 2019, the most recent. NA over St. Clair 11 years ago, 2011. This arguably one of the best games ever as well. Central Catholic, Gateway, the tremendous finish to that game to send it into overtime by Gateway, but Central Catholic prevailing by 1 in overtime, 35-34 in the 2007 Quad A championship.
Yeah, and for as much as I talked about Jordan Whitehead in that 55-yard touchdown that people at the time said might be, maybe the greatest play in championship history, I think Cam Sadler with Gateway, they might make a case too, because they ran the hook and lateral at
Yep.
the end of regulation to get that play, and they tied it up and sent it to overtime. They ended up losing in overtime because of a missed extra point, which is a heartbreaker. Central Catholic won that one in 2007, that 35-34 game. But yeah, I mean, for Gateway to get back, I think they were down like 15 points with a minute left, pull off the hook and lateral, get to overtime. Yeah, that play there, the hook and lateral could be, I'm sure Gateway's going to argue that is the greatest play in Heinz Field history for WPIAL championship.
Probably the best game I've seen, no question about it, because it was a great game up until those antics at the end. One, as we're winding things down, 5A, that's been the great thing about the expansion. The 5A championships since 2016 have been chock full of memories, great games down to the wire, including last year's Penn Trafford Moon game. How about the game where McKeesport, they were celebrating a championship against West Allegheny in the waning moments. They did the old Gatorade dump on Coach Miller, and as it turns out, West Allegheny made this amazing comeback and ended up winning the championship.
Yeah, the early Gatorade dump is never a good look.
No.
That one never works. That one never works.
It's always a bad thing, no question about it. So, again, 4A, 3A, 2A, and Class A this year, as the tradition continues. Now, Acrisure Stadium, 20 years of great memories, just scratching the surface here during this edition of the Halftime Show. Thanks to Chris Harlan. I'm Don Rebel. Enjoy the second half of the game. You're listening to Week 6 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Thank you, Don Rebel, Chris Harlan. Thank you to the Neshannock and Freedom Marching Bands. Neshannock under direction of Miss Kimberly Heim, and the Freedom Marching Band under director Emily Rickard. Thanks to them. Hopefully you enjoyed the halftime show, and hopefully you're enjoying if you're a Neshannock fan, you're certainly enjoying this game a little bit more than Freedom. Some crazy halftime stats as the Lancers lead 26-0 at the half. Let's start with plays run. Neshannock ran 38 plays versus just 18 plays of offense for Freedom. Neshannock on offense, 228 rushing yards, 41 passing yards. That's 269 total yards. On the other side for Freedom, 39 on the ground, 24 in the air for just 63 total. So the total yards, 269 to 63 in favor of Neshannock. They had 5 possessions, did the Lancers. Freedom technically had 5. They actually received the kickoff for the 5th possession and then fumbled it as time expired to end the first half. Crazy, crazy numbers there, and crazy scores going around the area. We'll get you updated on those. You can see them going on our Crane Room scrolling ticker. Make sure you give a call to the Crane Room if you're listening back home in Neshannock Township. Place your to-go order right now. If you're back home, you're probably happy because you're a Neshannock fan. You'd be leading 26-0, and you're not standing in the rain like Tyler Aaron's about to have to do here for the second half. Make sure you give a call to the Crane Room and reserve your seat in the bar, the dining room, the loft, or even outside on the patio. Maybe we're getting a little bit too cold for the patio. Or you can call and place your to-go order at 724-656-1553. We're going to update those scores coming up here. Riverside has extended their lead now 42-15 over Western Beaver. How about the Panthers? A single win a year ago, and Western Beaver was considered to be one of the top front runners in this conference. Coming into the day, Beaver Falls 3-0, Neshannock, Western Beaver, Riverside, and Mohawk all at 2-1. You expected Mohawk would probably struggle against Beaver Falls. They are. It's a 46-7 lead at a halftime break for Beaver Falls. But I think a lot of people were expecting Western Beaver to take care of Riverside. I expected a close game. I'm not sure I expected it to be a Riverside blowout like this. But, man, huge credit to Mr. Analytics himself, Coach Ramsden. He doesn't believe in punting unless, they're inside their own 20. He will not punt. Incredible. If they can finish that game off, and if Neshannock can hold off here, those two teams 3-1 will be doing battle at Bob Ledgy Stadium next week. And I have a good feeling I know where we're going to be then next week for that one for sure. Newcastle was tied with Char Valley 13-all at the halftime break, and then the Colts got a safety to start the second half. So they're leading Newcastle 15-13. You got the other scores scrolling on the bottom of your screen as well, including Elwood City looking for their first conference win in about four or 5 years now. They already broke the unbeaten streak, or the winless streak, I should say, a 25-game winless streak. Broke that earlier in non-conference play against Carleton. Now looking to get a conference victory here tonight. We're about 3 minutes away from kickoff for the second half. So what we're going to do, we're going to step aside, pay a couple bills. We'll get ready for the second half of action. Here from Jimbo Covert Field, you're watching at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
DNR Lawn Care can take care of all of your landscaping and grass cutting needs. They are fully insured, accept just about any payment method, and have nearly 20 years of experience in the lawn maintenance business. Call DNR Lawn Care today to schedule an estimate or send them a message on Facebook. DNR Lawn Care. Have your lawn done right. Ignite by Hatch is a digital learning environment designed to help pre-K and kindergarten teachers extend their reach to nurture whole child growth while building essential skills for school success. In just 30 minutes of independent playtime per week in school or at home, Ignite by Hatch boosts learning across 7 domains aligned to both state and national standards. Ignite's whole child approach is particularly critical this year as programs address both social-emotional development and learning gaps created due to the global pandemic. Honoring the power of homeschool partnerships, Ignite's parent dashboard and family experiences ensure children have access to learning no matter the environment. With an intuitive design and straightforward implementation, Ignite powerfully extends teachers' reach and impact, boosting children's learning all year long.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Back for the second half of play here from Freedom Bulldogs Stadium. Get you some more scores going across the bottom line here. The score that matters as you're watching at lcsportsnet.com, the Triple I High School Sports Network. 26-0. Neshannock with the lead, outgaining the Bulldogs in the first half, 269-63. But it will be the Bulldogs who will get first possession to start the second half, as it'll be Carter DeVivo to boot it away. Neshannock in their road whites with the chrome silver helmets, really glistening in the it's a little bit of rain coming down right now, just kind of spitting out there and under the lights here on homecoming. Freedom looking to turn it around in the second half. We'll get the first possession. Their returner standing inside their own 10-yard line. There'll be a high, short kick. It's going to bounce in front of the returner. It's Welsh. He's going to take it at the 15, go up the middle, and it's going to be well covered there, tackled by DeLillo and Bonner at about the 30, 31-yard line. And that's where Freedom will take over 1st and 10 to begin the second half. But the bad news, Dakota Roberts saw he went down with the injury with about a minute to go in the first half on a interception throw. Came down a little awkwardly. He came out in a cart with the knee iced. He is done for the rest of today's contest. So unfortunate for the sophomore wide receiver. We're likely to see more Welsh Patterson in the backfield. It's Patterson in motion, but they're going to give it to Grunigal, the first man through. Not much room up the middle for Grunigal. 6 carries for 26 yards in the first half for the senior tailback. Came into the game averaging about 130 yards per carry. Gain of 1 for Grunigal. Again, only 19 plays run. Actually, funny enough, 10 of them came on a single drive that resulted in a 7-yard punt that drive. Play action, throw to the near sideline, and it's actually going to be towards the out route, incomplete, intended for Tyler Welsh. Schultheis now 3 for 6 for 24 yards, 3 completions to 3 different receivers. Score update from Lee Moan. Westinghouse out of the Pittsburgh City League leads Independent Butler 39-0. I know Westinghouse is good and Butler is not so good, but that score line 2A versus 6A, a little bit surprising. Low snap on 3rd down and 9. Rolling left is Schultheis. Throw to the flat is behind Welsh, the intended target. And it's going to be a Bulldog 3 and out to start the second half. So not the way Freedom looked to begin this second half. 1 of 5 on 3rd downs is Freedom. And again, the first down total, forgot to mention this one. 14 first downs in the first half for Neshannock versus just 3 in the first half recorded by Freedom. Braden Huff, Luciano DeLillo back to receive this punt from Drew Tarski. And it's going to be booted well away from everybody. And actually, it's going to bounce its way into the stands. You know, definitely trying to angle it away from the intended receivers, but this is going to go down as another single-digit punt. This is a 2-yard punt. After the 2-yard punt, Neshannock will have by far their best starting field position of the day, starting at the 34-yard line of Freedom. Johnny Huff, 41 yards passing, 151 rushing, and 3 touchdowns in the first half. He's going to line up under center, a little bit of a Freedom-style look to this offense right now. They're going to go triple option, hand off to Billick, the first man through, breaks away from 1 tackle, not much room, gain of 2 on the play for Jackson Billick, he's having a pretty nice night now. 6 carries for 53 yards, did a lot of damage on that final 2-minute drill drive. And Neshannock drove 85 yards, got some help from a couple of Freedom personal foul penalties. That's another storyline in this one. 4 personal foul penalties in the first half against the Bulldogs. Fake and keeper from Huff up the middle. This is going to be a legal motion, though, because the line got set as Argero was coming in motion. So that's going to push Neshannock back. It'll only be their 3rd penalty of the game. Again, remind you, coming up after the game, we'll have our LCAP Player of the Game Award. Lawrence County Social Services through LCAP. They can help individuals and families with applying for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, the SNAP program that helps with the cost of food for eligible families. You can check out this program and all the great programs of Lawrence County Social Services by going to lcap.org. That's lccap.org. 2nd and 13. Huff's going to drop back, looking to throw. Rolls right, throws over the middle, and it's going to go through the hands of Montgomery. He leaped up for it and actually got his hands on it, but I think the ball might just be getting a little bit slick. Again, rain just for a brief time, nothing too heavy or serious, but just enough to make things a little bit wet out there on the turf. Third down now, 3rd down, 13 to go. They're going to pitch it right to Iannelli. He's going to get gobbled up in the backfield. What a play by Cody Patterson. Read that one like a book. Loss of 5 on the 8th carry of the game for Iannelli, and instead of maybe a long field goal attempt or a chance to go for it on 4th down, It's going to be 4th down and 18, and the Lancers will bring out the punting unit. Maybe? Actually, no, they won't. They're going to keep the offense on the field. Huff at quarterback. Will they go for it, or is this going to be just a potential pooch kick? 3 receivers to the left. Looks like the Lancers are going to go for it. Interesting here. They step up in the pocket. Does Huff. He's not going to have to run, but he's got a long way to run. Tiptoeing the sideline. He's not going to make it. Great run. Got about 11 or 12 yards, but he's going to be short of the first down by about 3 yards. So gain of 15, but he needed 18. So Neshannock actually was 2 for 2 on 3rd downs in the first half, or 4th downs, excuse me, in the first half, but unsuccessful there. And that means that Freedom will take over after Neshannock goes 4 and out, starting in big-time plus territory. So Freedom with their second possession of the second half. Mark it at the 27-yard line as Schultheis breaks the huddle. He's going to go under center. 2 men in the backfield, 1 wing to the left. That man's coming in motion. He'll get the handoff. Does Welsh, fighting up the middle to about the 30-yard line. That's about it. Gain of 3 on the first down play. 4th carry of the evening for Tyler Welsh. Argero making the tackle. Patrick Argero at the middle linebacker position with Jackson Billick. Those two, as you would probably expect your middle linebackers to be the leading tacklers on the team, both averaging about 9 tackles per game on the year. I formation now on 2nd and 7. Tailback handoff. This time it's Patterson. Gains of maybe a yard or 2. That's about it on only the 2nd carry of the game, actually, for Cody Patterson, as the junior Pat Argero in again on the hit. 3rd down upcoming. Call it 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Glad you're watching live or archived at lcsportsnet.com and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. 3 receivers set in the gun is Schultheis. Quick throw to the left, and it's going to be off the mark. And actually, Braden Huff jumped the route. The throw was on the mark. That was probably reservations for 6 the other way, as Braden just had the eyes in the backfield the entire way. It looks like it's going to be another 3 and out for Freedom, as they've just struggled to get the offense going. Tarski will look to punt it away. Best punt of the night here for Drew Tarski. And it's going to bounce at the 40-yard line. Take a great Bulldog bounce as well, down close to the 30-yard line. So much better looking punt there. Punt of 36 yards. It will give Neshannock the ball back with a 26-0 lead. While we have a moment, give a shout out to our friends at Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George. Let their law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers guide you through the process. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. We had an abbreviated LGKG pregame show because we got to show the homecoming festivities. Katrina Adams, the homecoming queen, here at Freedom. Congratulations to her and Damian Grunigal. There at the middle linebacker position, he's the homecoming king. Fake the jet sweep, handoff up the middle for Ionelli, his best run of the night, or his best run of the second half, I should say. He broke a 22-yarder on his 2nd carry. That's his best since, a gain of 11 for the big man, Matthew Ionelli, now with 10 touchdowns on the season after his 2-yard scamper on 4th down late in the first half. Some tempo again for the Lancers. 1st and 10. Same play call, except it's going to be a keeper this time. Up the middle goes Huff across midfield, and he's going to be close to another Lancer first down. Ball comes out. Freedom has the football, I think, and then a flag thrown after the play. What was going on there? And through all of this, Huff is down on the ground. all of a sudden you saw 3 or 4 Bulldogs running like they were running down the field with the football. The ball was still just sitting on the turf, and then Huff is down after the play. And a flag thrown after the play. Now things are getting really out of hand. Again, there were 4 personal fouls called against the Bulldogs in the first half. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Freedom. And an ejection as well. Getting a report that a punch thrown while someone is on the ground.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty. That'll move the ball down inside the 35-yard line.
So a Freedom player has just been ejected from the game. And with that, Coach Rosa not pleased. He is pulling out the first team defense and bringing a whole new set out there. And now Coach Rosa just got a penalty. And he is not pleased. And this is just because he was too far out on the field. Now he gives the headset a toss. So unsportsmanlike with an ejection on a Freedom player, unsportsmanlike against a Freedom coach, who's just asking for an explanation, but apparently was told get back one too many times. So 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Coach Rosa just asking for an explanation. Now they're going to march in another 15 yards. Incredible. Tell you what, I've never seen anything like that before. So penalty after an 8-yard gain, a pair of 15-yard penalties. The entire Freedom defense now sits on the bench, the first team defense does. It's a brand new defense sent in there by Coach Rosa, who then got his own unsportsmanlike conduct flag. Wow. Trips right, fake the pitch, going up the middle, bouncing off his own man is Huff, now trying to get to the corner. He'll be dragged down at about the 10-yard line. Nice pickup for Huff. Good tackle by number 52. That's Austin Anderson after a gain of about 8 yards, as again, the Lancers are in the red zone. See where they do mark it, right at the 10, so a gain of 8. Johnny Huff, unofficially 17 carries for 182 yards. He's got 3 touchdowns on the night, too, does Johnny Huff. Trips left now. Ionelli moves to the left of Johnny Huff. Handoff, big hole. Ionelli cuts inside. He's in the end zone. Matthew Ionelli in the end zone for his second score of the day, this time from 10 yards out. Touchdown number 11 on the year. It's 32-0 Neshannock. Sadly, this game has kind of taken a sour note after the events of the last 4 or 5 minutes. High snap. They try to put the ball down late, does Bonner, and DeVivo basically just kicks it right into the offensive line. So the kick is no good, but it's a 32-0 Neshannock lead. We'll step aside, back in a moment as you're watching on lcsportsnet.com. The Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for homeowners and businesses in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting and related projects for the winter season.
Squib kick is going to come to the near sideline, taken at the 20-yard line by the return man, and he's going to be dragged out of bounds, basically right at the spot of the return. That's Derek Drukowski on the return. 32-0 as we start with 7 minutes remaining. Ionelli 2 touchdowns, Huff 3 touchdowns, leading the way for Neshannock on the evening. Here's a good score update for you. Shenango has cut the Southside lead down to 15-13 early in the fourth quarter. Shenango, their first win of the week last week, actually the most points in program history. They put up 75 against Northgate. So whole new fresh faces out there. Looks like it's going to be Isaiah Lachey under center. Handoff up the middle, not much room whatsoever for the ball carrier. That's number 32, Nate Hronis. So Nate Hronis on the carry. No gain on first down. Try to get you the new players as they're coming into the game. See Alex Probst out there on the offensive line. The receiver to the near side. We'll check that in a minute as they're going to hand off towards the far sideline for Zayshawn Williams, and he's going to lose yards back inside the 20-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play for Zayshawn. After the 5th unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Freedom team, it's looking like it might be a lot of second stringers. Austin Anderson in there on the offensive line. Three men in the backfield. They're going to hand it off, trying to go right end for Williams, and he's going to get gobbled up immediately. Another loss of a couple yards. Austin King, the first man in there to make the hit. And we're going to get another punting situation. Wyatt Lewis, another man that's in there. Wilmington has cut their lead down to 1, 14-13 against a strong General McLean team. Try to keep you posted as we go along the rest of the way, as it's going to be 4th down. It looks like it's going to be a potential quick kick situation. A high, long snap, and it will be a quick kick taken by the freshman. No one deep, and it's going to work. The best punt of the night for Drukowski. All the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's a 53-yard punt. But I'll bring the Neshannock offense back on the field. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 5 touchdowns for Neshannock on their 7 possessions. I guess the one downside you have to say is they've missed 2 Cunningham Funeral Home extra points and a 2-point conversion. Other than that, it's been a pretty impressive day. Here's a score update. With 35 seconds remaining, Union scores on Rochester. 6-0 is that score line. Fry the man in motion from the left edge to the right edge. And off up the middle, a huge hole for Pat Argero. Lowers his shoulder across midfield down to the 35-yard line. "36 yards. Argero's first carry tonight. I think we have to lose our crowd mic for the night. 3 receivers set. Man in motion, Braden Huff. Little pop pass forward to him from Johnny Huff, and he's going to get inside the 20-yard line. He's going to get dragged down, and I think the defender got a piece of the face mask there, did Alex Probst. Unintentional, but ended up dragging him down. Isaiah Lachey got tangled up in the block, too, with Pat Argero, sending out a nice clear-out foundation block. Well, it was not a Dorn concrete foundation block. It's a block in the back against Neshannock that will push the Lancers back. So we'll see where they mark it. Looks like it'll be a 8-yard completion. But then the penalty pushing it back. So it'll be first down and 12. Argero, the running back, now moves to the left of Huff. Fry, the tight end, he'll be as one of the lead blockers. Spinning away is Argero from a couple defenders, falls forward for a nice gain. Eli Cottrell in there defensively. Believe Probst again was in on the tackle, as was Austin Anderson. Gain of 6 for Argero. Second down. Call it second down and 6. DeLillo in the slot to the right. Argero will get his third carry of the drive. Huge hole up in front, just clearing the way inside the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's spinning his way towards the goal line and got a little push at the end from Jackson Mazzocco as well for the touchdown. The offensive line laying the foundation with a huge hole on that one. Your Doran Concrete foundation block with over 30 years of experience. Doran Concrete, the team of contractors you want laying down the blocks for your home or office job. Laying down the concrete officially. "29-yard touchdown run for Pat Argero. Snap is back, the kick is up, and it's inside the right upright. Lancers 39-0, 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
That was awesome.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Kickoff return for about 10 yards for Freedom out to the 20. Try to get you those scores coming through down the stretch. Union taking the lead late in their game. What an impressive game that has been. A 6-0 scoreline, probably going to be the final score, as now we're going to have a running clock the rest of the way, so that makes life easier on our incredible producer, Dom Summers. Rolling clock the rest of the ball game. Three men in the backfield. Handing it off is Isaiah Lachey. I believe the handoff went to, I'm not sure who it went to. That was Nate Haronis, again on the carry. Loss of 1. If you're just joining us, Neshannock got a late score in the first half. 2-minute drill offense. They got help from a couple of personal foul penalties on that drive. And that's kind of been the name of the game. There have been 4 personal foul and 2 unsportsmanlike penalties against Freedom in this game. 1 leading to an ejection. Blitz off the edge and holding on to the quarterback and dragging him down. Big number 69, Brett Ensko. Coming off the edge and making the hit for the big loss back to the 13-yard line. On the carry by Lachey. believe I have as the first official, or second sack of the game, excuse me, for Neshannock. Third down now. Third and long. Handoff, trying to bounce it outside. Looking for a little room out there was Zayshawn Williams. Out past the 10, back out to the 14-yard line. So give him a gain of 3. But it will be another 3 and out. Freedom will have to punt this away, and that'll probably be the final play of this third quarter. It's been all Neshannock here tonight. This game, it started at 7:30, but is going to go through a quick fourth quarter with the mercy rule in effect. High kick, deep to return is Cubellis. It's going to take, though, a backwards bounce and will be downed by Freedom at about the 41-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily with 19 seconds left, but it will wind, and this will likely be the final play of the third quarter. A 39-0 Neshannock advantage with lots of yards. We'll get you those full numbers, but first we're going to step aside. Fourth quarter on the other side of this break here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
At our Cunningham Funeral Home and Crematory, we are a proud 6th-generation, family-owned and operated funeral home located centrally in the Newcastle and Neshannock communities. Our large facility and experienced staff allows us to accommodate any family with personalized services. To learn more about our services and pre-planning, visit our website at www.cunninghamfh.com or follow us on Facebook. Allow our family to help your family.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Fourth quarter about to get underway, and as we're ready for the first down snap, they never switch sides of the field. Neshannock should be going left to right, not right to left, as Mercy Rule football has begun here at lcsportsnet.com. Get you some score updates and finals as they come through. Chartiers Valley just sealed it with a pick 6 with less than a minute to go, so Char Valley defeats Newcastle 22-13. 54-3 is a final of the Aliquippa Blackhawk game. So they put the ball to the right plate. Did they? No, they still have it on the wrong 41. Yeah, it should be on the other 41. Neshannock should be at their own 41, not the Freedom 41-yard line. Well, Freedom has taken a Ponch's Insurance timeout while they try to figure this all out, which means we can try to figure out some other scores, as this has just turned into a wild and crazy second half, and not in a good way, really, here at Jimbo Covert Field. The other scores that we've got so far, Char Valley just finished a 22-13 victory over Newcastle. Union, 6-0. That was late in the fourth. Haven't confirmed that that's final yet. They scored with like 30 seconds remaining, though. Try to get you an update on that one. Shenango had cut the Southside lead down to 2. Wilmington was only down 1. And yeah, I think now they are going to try to fix this scoreline. Union wins 6-0. All right, so now I'm seeing a scoreline of not Riverside leading, but Riverside trailing Western Beaver 49-15. We'll have to get confirmation on that one. We had Riverside winning. Now I'm seeing a score that says they're not winning. It's a lot of new players in for Neshannock, though. Prior to the snap, we're going to have a false start. Lucas Smith, a new lineman in there. You're also seeing Michael DeSanti in on the offensive line. Some other names, Scott Hickenbotham. Jackson Biondi in there. Gino Mazzocco was at the quarterback position. Another update from Newcastle. 3 flags were just thrown after the clock hit zeros at that game. So we're just having zebra issues all over the place tonight, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to have to try to get an update on this Western Beaver game because we had Western Beaver trailing Riverside all game, but now I'm seeing scores saying the other way around. We had a score a couple weeks ago that came in backwards. Yeah, so we had Riverside winning 35-15 at halftime, and then the same person gave an update the other way of 49-15 Western Beaver. Now, we'll figure that one out best we can. A little miscommunication. Going to be a keeper from Gino Mazzocco, and he's going to get a big gain of the first down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line as the clock just will keep on ticking the rest of this game. Gino Mazzocco with the 14-yard pickup. First downs now unofficially are at 19-3 in favor of Neshannock. Freshman Anthony Eakin to the right of Mazzocco. It looks like he'll get the handoff, and he'll be hit immediately, almost before he got the handoff, by Alex Probst coming off of the edge. Danny Lewis, another new face in there for Freedom defensively. Dante Canciello in there on the offensive line for Neshannock as well. That loss, though, for Eakin. Give it a loss of 3 back to the 24-yard line. While we try to figure out those scores, remember, you can go to the Trib Live High School Sports Network post-game show. Just getting underway with Don Rebel and his cast of thousands. We'll have a recap of this one at about 11 o'clock tonight. Fake. Mazzocco puts the hand on the back of the running back, and he's going to fight forward, roll down inside the 25, down to the 22, but the flag will stop the play and push Neshannock back, it looks like, with a holding call. So it's going to go down as about a 6-yard carry for Mazzocco, but then a penalty. Fifth penalty against Neshannock, 7 tonight against Freedom, but the penalties have been going in the wrong direction. Well, Neshannock was on the edge of the red zone. That just gives us a good reason to give a shout out to our friends at the Red Zone. Make sure you check out, there's lots of pink out stuff. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You're going to see lots of pink for football teams throughout the month, of course, for the volleyball and soccer programs as well. Denny Joseph now at running back. Fake to him. Mazzocco up the middle is going to lose a yard on the carry. It's going to be 3rd down and about 17 to go as the clock runs now under 9 minutes to play. Yeah, check out lots of great pink out stuff. And, of course, don't forget the best way that you can get everything you need for your team and for your organization. Don't forget all the spirit sales you can do through the Red Zone. Give them a call. Visit them online on Facebook, theredzonesports.com. 3 receiver set. Joseph to the right of Gino Mazzocco as the second team working. Mazzocco looks left, scrambles right, avoids one tackle and gets dragged down high. Neshannock looking for a face mask, but a good no call as they just grabbed the shoulder pad. It was just an awkward tackle for the sack. Brent Ensko, Dante Canciello helping him up to his feet. Also see Michael DeSanti out there. He's trying to list off as many names as we see making their way out on the field. Looks like Mazzaka will head over to the sideline, get a call. Down to 12 on the play clock as he works his way back to the huddle. See if Neshannock can even get this play off in time, or they might have to use one of their timeouts. 5 seconds as they break the huddle. And I think Neshannock's just going to take the delay of game call. So move it back 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and about 27 it looks like to go as Neshannock needs to get to the 17-yard line for a 1st down. Play action, Mazzocco looks left, now fires it down the field, floats it up in the air, jump ball. It's going to be intercepted at the 20-yard line. Believe that was Drew Toski who got the pick in the secondary for the Lador Bonner Law turnover. So clock stops with just over 7 minutes to play for the change of possession, then they'll start it again. And a personal foul late in the play as well against Neshannock, which gets some cheers from the Freedom faithful. So because of the penalty is why they had to stop the clock. So that'll move the ball out closer to midfield, about the 40-yard line, and we'll see Freedom's offense come back out on the field yet again. Final scorers making their way in. Left edge, not a lot of room there. Big tackle. David DeVincentis throws him all the way back to the 30-yard line. See where they officially mark it. Looks like at the 32-yard line. So that's a loss of 10 on that carry. It's been all Neshannock here tonight. 4 receivers set in the shotgun. Isaiah Lachey. Leisha, thank you. Leisha looked to pass and then ran it up the middle. We apologize. He's going to lose 3 yards on the carry. Just not going in the right direction. Leisha, who had the big kick return early in the game for Freedom's first possession, began at the Neshannock 31-yard line. Long field goal attempt was missed wide left. Third and long, 3rd and 22. Rolling out to his left is Leisha. Pumps, now he's going to take off and run. He'll be dragged down from behind. Ethan Bayman was coming up to make the hit. I think it was DeVincentis again dragging him down from behind. Santino Subro was in there trying to chase him down as well. Also see Chris Wozniak as the freshman team getting work in on that defensive line. Brady Frasso is the cornerback to the near side of the field. Denny Joseph, the middle linebacker. And it looks like it'll be another punt attempt coming from Drew Trotsky. Man, he had a couple poor ones in a row, a 7-yarder and a 2-yarder. This one with a great bounce. He's going to go inside the 10 and then die at about the 7-yard line. That's a 60-yard punt. So his last 3 punts, here's how his last 5 punts have gone. 7 yards, 2 yards, 36, 53, and now a 60-yard boot. Clock stops, 4:23 remaining. Neshannock, as the clock now runs, approaching the 4 minutes to play mark. Hickenbotham is the receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the left as well. I believe Dylan Taylor might be in there as one of those receivers. Handoff up the middle, not a lot of room on the carry. That was Anthony Aiken on the carry. Another final official now. No surprise, Laurel 58-14 over Northgate. Spartans remain undefeated in Big 7 action for Class 1A. They'll be taking on Southside, who we thought was a loss today, but we're still trying to confirm that Riverside-Southside score. Or, I'm sorry, Riverside-Western Beaver score. Nice hole up the middle. Big run across the 20. Breaking tackle, Zakin out to the 30-yard line. Great run for the freshman, getting some varsity minutes here tonight. Out to the 31-yard line. Freedom was 1 of 9 on 3rd downs today. And the first down count is now 20-3. Ionelli was in there at the quarterback position. He's just handing off the football to Aiken on that carry. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. Matthew Ionelli, who you'll be seeing on the hockey arena here soon, on the ice for the Neshannock Lancers, 2-time defending PIAL D2 champions. Hockey season's already begun. He won't join the team, obviously, for a little bit of time. Bobbles the snap, able to get the handoff off, though. Somehow, some way to Aiken. Loses another yard or 2 on the carry. I believe it was Probst yet again. Called his name 4 or 5 times now on tackles. Under 2 minutes to play here in tonight's contest. That Union game is a final officially.
Yeah, either one. It's the same. Kent State's it's a great campus. I don't know if you've been there or not, but it's.
3rd down, long to go, just over a minute to play. They're going to pitch it out to Aiken, cuts up field, has a big hole at a 30, 35, 40. What a burst of speed to get the first down, but it's going to come back. Looks like another penalty against Neshannock. It won't matter much in the end. Trying to get you as many of these scores updated as we can. Yeah, so it looks like our score actually might be backwards there for Riverside and Western Beaver because we're seeing it both ways. And that's going to be the final score. They won't snap it one last time. Neshannock victorious 39-0. We'll come back with our post-game show, the Tri-County Principals post-game show, when we return here at lcsportsnet.com.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me and a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games, plus we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary, from the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Tri-County Principals post-game show here at lcsportsnet.com. 39-0 the final, and that's... Well, the storyline has to be the 4 personal foul penalties against Freedom, the 2 unsportsmanlikes against Freedom. Coach Rosa pulling the team off the field after an unsportsmanlike and an ejection to one of the Freedom players. Never got confirmation who that was. But then as he went to the commercial break, as the team was about to go through the handshake line, there was no handshake line. The Freedom started making their way towards midfield, and all of a sudden you saw Neshannock lining up in their 2x2s and basically walk straight to the locker room. Now, no idea if that was something that was directed. It was definitely nothing that Freedom was ready for. Not sure if an official, complete speculation here, did an official say something to say, hey, let's just clear this out? The officials, as soon as the clock hits 0, normally run off the field. I did see an official run in that direction first, got basically to the sideline and then continued his way to the locker room. So, unsure what's going on. Neshannock already back into their locker room. The Freedom Bulldogs, as the Bulldog Marching Band serenading us off. The Bulldogs still talking at midfield with Coach Rosa here during our post-game show. We'll get a quick recap as it was all Neshannock here tonight. Johnny Huff, a 20-yard and 80-yard touchdown run on Neshannock's first 2 possessions, 13-0 Neshannock at the end of 1. Then a 5-minute drive, 12-play drive capped off on a 4th down, 2-yard touchdown run for Matthew Iannilli. Made it a 20-0 score. Neshannock would get an interception inside their own red zone with a minute left to go at the 15-yard line, their own 15-yard line. They would march all the way down the field and score on a bootleg keeper for Johnny Huff. His 3rd touchdown of the first half with just 3 seconds remaining in a half made it 26-0 in favor of Neshannock. The second half began with a 3-and-out for Freedom. That's all they had in the second half were 4 3-and-out possessions. Neshannock then goes down on a drive assisted by those two unsportsmanlikes. It was believed for a punch thrown on the ground after a play had ended, led to a unsportsmanlike an ejection. As Coach Rosa was getting the explanation, another unsportsmanlike conduct flag thrown against him for being out on the field, apparently after being ushered back off of the field by the officials, been warned apparently, and the flag then thrown again. So 2 unsportsmanlikes. The entire defense, basically the entire first stringers, pulled off of the field at that point for Freedom. Neshannock able to march the rest of the way down the field. Ionelli with another touchdown run, his second of the game. Made it at that time 32-0. Pat Ardro, a touchdown later in the quarter, made it 39-0 to put the mercy rule into effect. That's about the long and short of it here. 39-0 your final here from Jimbo Covert Field. We do have a couple of awards we need to give out real quick. Our LCAP Player of the Game award, we'll start with that, and we're going to give it to a man who has done a great job all year in stepping into a role that he wasn't exactly prepared to take, but, well, no one's ever prepared to go through an injury, but a great job again tonight. A couple of touchdowns on the ground, even took some snaps late in the game. We're going to give our LCAP Player of the Game award to Matthew Ionelli. Great work tonight, couple touchdowns on the ground, now 11 on the season. Matt Ionelli, our LCAP Player of the Game award recipient. He will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in honor of being named tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. Congratulations, Matthew Ionelli of Neshannock, tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP changing lives. Our Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game, well, we're going to have to go with the long 80-yard touchdown run scored by Johnny Huff early in the game. Really set the tone and took the wind out of the sails of the Bulldog defense. Video of tonight's Play of the Game could also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram, and you can view all of our Play of the Game and Player of the Game awards by going to lcsportsnet.com and click on either Play or Player of the Game at the top of the screen. Congratulations again, Johnny Huff, tonight's Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game. Mainly Chiropractic, keeping you in the game. Johnny Huff, 182 yards on the ground, leading the way with 3 touchdowns and that Play of the Game award. Special thanks to everyone here at Freedom helping get us set up. Thanks to our producer, Dom Summers, Tyler Aaron, myself, for Dom and Tyler Aaron. I'm saying so much for now. Next week, probably right back at Neshannock for Riverside. Stay tuned for tons of action as playoffs come ramping up soon. The stretch run beginning here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.